1960. The first sit-in would take place. A sit-in is a form of protest in which protesters occupy a place and refuse to leave until their demands were met. What may have led to this happening, you may ask? Racism and segregation is why. They would segregate by having two different drinking fountains, two different schools, two different seats, and way more. At downtown Nashville, there was a local department store called Crest that sold food. They didn't serve people of color, and in 1960, the first sit-in would take place. Fisk University led this protest. All they wanted was to be treated fairly, not knowing how they would change the world. These sit-ins led to marches across Jefferson Street. Fisk professor Dr. Revis Mitchell said, "They practice what it is like not to respond. They practice what it is like not to respond if a cigarette was put on their neck." Dr. Mitchell was actually hit by a brick during one of these marches. How does this make sense? People peacefully protesting get harassed and assaulted by people who think that someone is different because of their skin color. People who segregate people of their skin color. People who judge them by their skin color. MLK actually spoke about the Fisk University students that were protesting. On April 21st, 1960, over 4,000 eager listeners, mostly African American, gathered in Fisk University Gymnasium to listen to Dr. King speak. After battling evacuations and scheduling delays due to bomb threats, Dr. King urged the sit-in movements to continue in the city, saying, "The movement here is the best organized and best disciplined of all the movements in Southland today." He applauded the young students' understanding of the nonviolence philosophy and assured them that the only thing uncertain about the end of segregation is the day it will be buried. This shows that the Fisk students really had an impact at end of segregation and an impact in the civil rights movement. They had someone like Dr. King notice them and applaud them for their nonviolence protesting, which shows the impact they had on the civil rights movement itself. Their protest made a difference, and in 1964, the Senate made a passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which ended public and private segregation. Through the Fisk University students' attempts to make things fair, segregation was ended in 1964, and without the Fisk University students, there may have not been as much effect in the civil rights movement.